On with the Penrith and St George. We've got it all for Lenny Stacker today. It's all good news. I didn't see this match yesterday, but Noel Kelly did.
Yeah, I was there.
I would have thought there would have been more Penrith fans there yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought so too. I thought, 10 or 12,000 we might have got there yesterday.
What'd you get, 8,000?
Yeah, 8,000.
Which is a good crowd anyway. But...
Young Foster's first try. It's a colossal. 2 good tries early in the game set the stage for Penrith's really good win, I thought.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah. And that's the sort of thing that happened a lot of the day.
Now, he was obviously not aware of somebody coming close to him. Right. He was trying to find a winger with that pass.
Yeah. Here we go. Watch little Foster here. Look, through he goes. Does everything right.
I didn't even see the pass transfer there. He must have flicked that nice.
It was in the shadows, Rick.
Yeah.
But this was a terrific game, as from Penrith's point of view, and it makes it hard to believe that St George are or were the top side for years. Like yesterday, nothing would go right, and admittedly, again, we must talk about the midweek game taking the edge off some of these sides, because yesterday you'd have swore Penrith was 2 or 3 yards faster per man than St George. I've read a bit of bagging for St George, and I thought Trudgett and Rocket Reddy tried very hard, but I can't believe that Robert Stoner and company did stand up with the ball as often. Len, do you remember this during the game where they did stand up with the ball and no one arrived on the scene to give them a hand out, and I'd be looking at that stage for Steve Morris or someone like that to come flying on. And the Brian Johnson part where he comes zooming around the blind never happened in that game, did they? They never bothered you with that sort of attack yesterday.
Well, do you think it was the fact they'd had this midweek match?
Well, it certainly took the edge off them. But at this stage, I reckon that was Penrith's best player yesterday, Royce Simmons. He's a hooker come lock. It's normally the other way around, isn't it? But this little bloke's a very valuable player.
Last week,
he's a good player. But yesterday, Penrith's defensive pattern was magnificent, Len. There's no doubt about that. Do you think? And was that your plan, to go out and set the defence and let the attack look after itself?
Yeah, that's it. I thought, Noel, that our side, we had a good tackling side. We got a lot of tall men and we were able to wrap up the ball most of the times, and that helped us a hell of a lot.
Well, they certainly weren't leaving any holes.
No,
you talk about your defensive pattern. I think your attack looked pretty good.
Well, but it came, Rex. It came from their defensive pattern. They sort of just bustled St George back a bit all the time, and they found themselves getting flattened with the ball on a lot of occasions, or spilling it. Here's Trudgett going now, and he tried very hard.
He made a couple of long breaks.
He sure did.
He played very well, Tony Trudgett. He was one of their best players.
I thought Tim Sheens played well for you, along with Darryl Broman and Jamie Jones and David Hall. You can hardly pick anyone that didn't play well.
Yeah, I agree there. Looking through the side's performance, everyone I thought played their maximum.
Yeah. What about Marvin Hicks? He's been out with a broken jaw, and he's going to be recuperating on that. Is he going to come back, and will he? He scored so many tries for you last year.
Yeah, he looks like he'll be playing a couple of games in a few weeks' time.
Good.
It'll probably be a confidence thing there, though. He'll need to get his confidence back, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Kevin Dan has made the transition to 5'8" in quite a good fashion.
Yeah, he's going on.
Yeah, actually 2 years ago I always sort of wanted to try Kevin at 5'8" because I thought he'd be more involved. At fullback he lost a bit of confidence, and I thought he had to get into the game to do a lot of tackling and passing and running to get his confidence back, and he's handled it quite well. Talking
to the Penrith coach, Lenny Stacker, Penrith can still make the finals, the cut-off, Len, in your opinion?
Oh, it's a difficult one, Rex. I honestly, I mean sincerely, I haven't even looked at the semi-finals. I really, every week
to week.
Such a hard thing, and to look ahead is...
I suppose all the boys will be up at the Red Cow this morning having a celebration.
We're going to get Cole Pearce involved in this one. Cole, the try yesterday scored by Steve Morris came from a kick by Levy, which ricocheted off Morris's hands. Now, you'll have a look at it in slow-mo. I'd like you to give the viewers your opinion and tell the story on what occurs when a rebound takes place. Now, it was a bad bit of camera work, I hasten to add. This is from a Channel 2 coverage, and I apologise for that.
Yes, well, the player there kicked the ball. I think it was Mark Levy from memory. They kicked the ball. If in the act of kicking the ball whilst rising from a player's berth and charging it down, it is not a knock-on. And that's obviously what referee, I think it's Braybook, they can time the game.
Maybe we can just see it again, if you'd be kind enough, ask my director.
Although it came off the hand or arms, it doesn't make a difference, because in the act of a charge down, it is not a knock-on, irrespective of where it came from.
Well, unfortunately, the camera shot changes there, but you see it definitely hits his arm.
Well, he obviously the referee considered that was a charge down, and that's why he's let it go.
So that's the ruling.
And the whole ground stopped. There wasn't anybody in the whole ground that moved.
I disagree. I was talking to Cole before. Who's to say he didn't try to catch it?
Well, he did look like he tried to catch it a bit.
The referee, in his opinion.
In his opinion,
That's too much borderline for...
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that are a referee's opinion, like the feeding of a scrum, whether a hooker strikes prematurely, whether a foot was raised before it played the ball. You know, those they're all referees' opinions, aren't they?
Yeah, I reckon he tried to catch it.
Well, that's quite true. It does look as if it says, if and rising from the player's boot. When he's kicking the ball, if and rising from the player, and he charges the ball down. Well, that's what he got. Well, he certainly was a fair way away from it. I must concur with that.
Well,
but that was the opinion of the referee. Obviously, that's what he's doing.
OK, let's go on with a few other things. Surely as spectacular bomber as he's ever taken, one would think he's playing for Carlton. That I've never seen anyone take it actually 2 hands above the head like that.
I bet he was waiting there for a second afterwards.
It was an interesting little confrontation between two big men when Platts and Stone came together. Remember this one, Len?
Yeah.
At this point, you'll watch the ball ricochet. Platts catch it, number 10. And there's a 15.5 stone guy sat fair on his derriere with, shall we say, a fend? Shall we say a fend, Cole?
A fend.
Well, that's obviously what the referee must have
That's what the
thought.
referee saw, yeah.
Either Lou was going to get it or he was.
Someone was going to get it.
Somebody was going to get it. And there was the doubt whether this must always leave a doubt in the mind when there's a fair indication that a try has been scored, like the ball's over the line or on the line, as you can see, and then a penalty's awarded. With the ball in the end goal, the ball's thrown away in disgust there. What about that ruling, Cole Pearce?
Well, he was closing the line. He's right on the job. The referee, obviously, he.
Well, the ball
was in the
placed
end
the
goal.
ball over the line, and then St George got the penalty. How does that turn out?
Well, it doesn't. Well, I wasn't there, Noel. You were there to see it.
But you're a referee.
I am a referee. I'm just giving you what I'm seeing there. Obviously, something has happened before that. It wasn't a try, in his opinion, the referee, and he's right there. Right there.
All right.